Hey everybody, this is Wester70 with gameplay commentary on Battle Academy 2 Eastern Front. Today we're looking at Game 2, Part 1 of a skirmish game in a city. Follow the gameplay as we proceed to seek out the enemy forces and take over the control points to win the game. Or do we win? Sit back and enjoy the game. Thanks for watching. So this is Battle Academy 2, and it's turning out to be quite a nice little game. What I've been playing lately is the skirmish mode, and this is the map for, or the parameters for it. You can have them at different sizes, map size and things like this. And I believe that they're setting this game up so that you can do co-op with it too, which would be kind of cool as well. And I think there's quite a bit of customization here that you can do, and I think that'll be kind of fun. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and generate a random battle. We're going to start at the beginning of the war, more or less. 1941 apparently is the beginning of the war as far as they're concerned. And, of course, by the time the Soviets involved, that's when it was. Let's see. And we're going to be the Allies. The force size is medium. I did farmland before. Let's do urban this time. That should be nasty. We're going to do a medium map. There's large. Let's do large and see what happens. Ooh, look at that baby. Lots of buildings. Now, as you can guess, this is going to be difficult because there's going to be every building could be full of troops, and so the parameters of this game is that you have certain control points, and the little German crosses here are not necessarily indicative of where those control points are. The last one I played, they had 5. And they were spread over. They were pretty much systematically set up, but still, you're going to have to deal with those. So in an urban environment like this could be really interesting. All right, so we're going to get ready to go into it. Now we have to set up our troops. Now I'm going to go ahead and set up the troops, and then I'll bring you back in, and we'll discuss what we've done. Okay, so what we've done is we've set up a fairly heavy troop group. We're maximizing our troop effort. We have some tank support, obviously. And so what we want to do is trying to get as many troops as possible on the ground so that we can sneak around in the buildings and things like this, because I expect tanks will be less than useful. They won't be able to maximize their range and things like this. So it's important to be able to move forward with troops rather than so they can use their close quarters combat capabilities. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to move forward. You left click on the soldier, and then you can see where they can go. Let's see, this is so with flamethrower, so we're not going to go drive. Let's see. And so at least he's facing the right way. Now, here's 3 control points right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 control points right there. That's interesting. Okay. I'm not... that's going to make it interesting. Okay, T-26. Move these guys forward. The idea, of course, is just to get them up in the line. These are saboteurs. Like civilians. Half track. Rifles. Molotov cocktails. Partisan sniper. I tried using snipers last game. I didn't actually see any real value in them. I probably used them wrong, but I certainly didn't see a lot to be gained from that. Now, obviously, these bridges or choke points, you can see here, this one's got light fortifications around it. So these guys over here are basically... there's no bridges here, so they're going to have to go the long way around. So I'm going to move these guys, and I'll come back to you. Okay, so what I've done is basically the south side of the map, which is to the right, is basically... Ooh, there's another river over here, too. All right, which basically it looks like the control points are at on sort of a kind of an island. This one's obviously not. That's on the bridge. This is on our side, so to speak. And this one looks like it's just on our side too, so that's good. We're going to have trouble in here, though. There's going to be obviously enemy fortifications and things like this in this area. Okay, so as I said, the idea is to move forward their troops, get them into action, or so they can maneuver across. The only way to get across is through here. I'll probably send most of these troops on the right or to the south. The north rose, compass rose down here shows north to my left. Okay, so we'll see what we can do here. All right, nothing happens, so we're obviously not in range of any of the enemy at this point. So I'll bring you back. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start moving my troops forward first, see if they can detect any of the enemy in the area. I think I'll have to move this guy up here, though. This guy. Well, I'll bring you back after we complete these moves. Okay, so I've brought up my infantry on the north side of the map. We've got an anchor, a BT-7 over here is an anchor with a half-track with a machine gun there to provide cover. The rest of the troops are slowly moving up. I've got my tanks queued up here to go across. This area has got tank traps in it, so obviously it's a potential kill zone, so I'm going to have to bring infantry in there first to find out what's going on. I can see some areas here are probably going to have some potential for ambush, so we shall see. All right, so this is concludes our turn for this, and let's see what happens. Okay, so the enemy hasn't done anything, which I didn't really expect, possibly, and so we're going to continue to move forward. Okay, so this bridge is the one that's kind of worrisome, so we're going to move this guy up here. So I'm going to try to move this guy up. I really expected to get hit there. They're kind of missing what I would think would be an awesome opportunity to hit us hard at these choke points. I'm a little surprised that they're not doing that. I mean, who knows? But we'll see. So we've now penetrated the island, basically, is what it is. And I've got strength here. We need to take a little bit of effort to get all these guys across because they're going to be bottlenecked in here. But I've got my heavy weaponry here. This looks like it's going to be a real pain up in here. Oh, yeah. But we'll want to bring in our troops into here to infiltrate these buildings, and that's how we're going to do it. I'll bring you back. Okay, we've moved everybody. We'll end the turn. I'm a little surprised, again. So I'll continue to bring troops in, and then I'll bring you back after I finish this part. Okay, so we've moved up, starting from the north side of the map. We're holding this section down right now, sort of an anchor. We've got a couple of tanks. We've got some troops moving up. We're going to penetrate these buildings and try to find out what this area is in here. That's what the game plan is here. We're going to push forward infantry into these buildings, I expect to see a lot of infantry in these buildings and ambushes and things like that. The soldiers are going to have to do the majority of the heavy hauling, so to speak, in this game. We'll have the buildings or the tanks to help with reduce the buildings. I'm not sure if the buildings actually get destroyed in this game or not. It's hard to say at this point, but we'll find out. We'll be back. So we've got troops in here. Nobody there. Don't see anybody in there either. Okay. So far no takers, which is, I guess, fine. Over here, I'm a little surprised we're not getting some pushback in here. I mean, when I start to roll through, I'm going to roll through pretty hard. I mean, right now, all I'm doing is just basically getting set up. I mean, if they're in an ambush mode, they're doing a really good job. There's lots of cover here. All kinds of good stuff is going down. Okay, well, I'm just kind of really confused by the lack of enemy here. I mean, I'm in excellent position. They must have some pretty nasty stuff waiting for me. Got some pretty nasty tanks here, too. These are all one-shot tanks for the most part, so... Oh my god. That's the other thing. These tanks do break down, which is kind of annoying, but I'm sure it was much more annoying in those days. Okay. Okay, well... I don't know. Okay. Alright, so we're going to terminate the turn. So far, so good. Okay, this guy's a sniper. So that's our first sign of the enemy, alright. And it's a anti-tank gun. Nicely situated there. Interesting. Alright, so we've found an anti-tank gun here. I'm going to fire. He's no longer can fire. I don't know why these guys can't move. Bringing him under fire. Ooh, he actually hit me.
Не высовываться! Мы пропали!
Okay, so we brought the troops in there. Be interesting to see how this is going to work out. I gotta go check and find out if there's anybody else. You use the tab button to find who's not been used. Okay, so we're ready to proceed with the turn. Okay. Wasn't horrible, I don't think.
У нас летел трак!
Oh, Jesus.
Не высовываться!
Alright, I'll bring it back as soon as I finish moving these rear force troops up.
Цель уничтожена!
Alright, so we've taken out the anti-tank gun. I have to say that it's going better than I thought it was going to go.
Siamo sotto attacco!
Okay, so making progress there.
Санитар! Постреливают!
Okay, so sure what I want to do with these clowns.
Шлепнул одного! Не высовываться!
Okay, this is where we stand at this point. On the north side of the map, we have enemy troops over here in this building. They've suppressed a group of our soldiers. We have some half-track BT-7 here. We've destroyed the anti-tank gun here. There is a Italian infantry in this location stopping our advance in that regard. We have troops in here preparing to move up. Here's a control point. We have two of our T-26s getting ready to move there. And we have an enemy tank at this control point, a Panzer IV-D. We've lost a Soviet scout vehicle here, and we have two T-28 and T-34 here, plus infantry preparing to move up. We have a tank over here, a T-34, that's watching this sector to prevent any surprises coming from that location. So this is where we stand at this point. We have a few trucks in the background. We need to take, there are 6 control points in this game. We need to be able to capture the majority of them to win this match. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give a thumbs up and subscribe. Have a great day, and we'll see you on the battlefield.